Have you ever felt like an entire day slipped by without accomplishing anything meaningful? Have you ever wondered why you're constantly busy, but never seem to make real progress toward your goals? Or maybe you found yourself waiting for the perfect moment to start something important, but that day never seems to come. These aren't just your personal struggles, they're universal challenges that many of us face. The squandering of time is a constant theme in modern life. We live in a world where time seems to be in constant short supply. We're always rushing, always overwhelmed by the demands of life, yet never feeling like we're accomplishing what matters most. We constantly complain about not having enough time. But Stoic philosophy, with its timeless wisdom, offers us a different perspective. Time isn't inherently short. What is short is our ability to use it wisely. How we use time is what truly determines the value of our lives. And while it may sound like an abstract idea, Stoicism provides a concrete and effective way to help us manage our time with intentionality and focus. In this guide, we'll explore how Stoic principles can guide you to manage your time wisely, not through vague abstract theories, but through practical, actionable strategies that will help you live more effectively. We'll talk about saying no to distractions, focusing on what truly matters, and taking action even when the timing isn't perfect. These Stoic lessons aren't just theoretical, they are grounded in real-world practice and time-tested wisdom. By following the path outlined here, you will not only learn how to manage your time more effectively, but also how to reshape the way you approach life itself. So, take a moment, focus, and get ready to learn valuable insights that could transform your daily habits and your future. The journey starts now. 1. Say no to non-essential things. In today's world, where we're constantly bombarded with distractions, from social media notifications to endless demands from work and even from our personal lives, mastering the art of saying no becomes an indispensable skill. But learning to say no is not just about avoiding things you don't want to do. It's about embracing a philosophy that prioritizes the things that matter most to you and your long-term goals. The Stoics regarded time as the most precious resource we possess. Seneca, one of the most prominent Stoic philosophers, wrote in his essay on the shortness of life, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." This is a powerful reminder that time itself is not inherently short. The problem is that we often squander it on things that are insignificant or unimportant. Take a moment to reflect on your typical day. How much of your time was spent on activities that add no real value to your life? How many hours were consumed by scrolling through social media, engaging in conversations that left you feeling drained, or attending social events that you didn't really care about? These are all examples of time lost to distractions that prevent us from focusing on what truly matters. The key to reclaiming your time is learning to say no to non-essential things. It's not about rejecting opportunities or shutting people out. It's about saying no to things that pull you away from your priorities. The Stoics teach that our time and energy are finite. By saying no, you are consciously deciding where to invest your resources, in what is truly meaningful and enriching. Many people struggle with the guilt of saying no. They fear that refusing a request will make them seem selfish or indifferent. However, Stoicism teaches us that saying no is not an act of neglect. It is an act of self-respect and self-preservation. If you constantly say yes to every demand, you leave no space in your life to focus on what matters most to you. Imagine you are working on an important project or learning a new skill. A friend invites you to a movie that evening. If you say yes, will that bring you closer to achieving your goal? Likely not. In this case, saying no to the movie is not rejecting your friend, but affirming your priorities. This is not just about denying others, It's about saying yes to yourself and your long-term aspirations. Steve Jobs famously said, "Innovation is saying no to 1,000 things." This mindset is rooted in Stoicism. By saying no to distractions, we create space for what truly deserves our attention. It is a principle of focus and discipline that can be applied in many areas of life. But saying no isn't always easy. The modern work environment is full of distractions. Emails flood your inbox, your phone buzzes incessantly, and colleagues might demand your attention at every turn. It's easy to get caught up in the noise, and before you know it, the day is over, and you haven't made any meaningful progress. The solution lies in learning how to decline politely but firmly. For example, if a colleague interrupts you while you're working on an important task, a simple, respectful response such as, "I'd love to help, but I need to finish this first. Can we talk later?" can protect your time while also respecting the other person's request. Saying no is not about being rude or dismissive. It is a practice of self-discipline. Seneca also advises us to surround ourselves with people and activities that foster growth. This applies not only to relationships, but to how we spend our time. Ask yourself, are the things you spend time on helping you grow, or are they distracting you from your goals? By identifying situations where you struggle to say no, such as social gatherings when you need rest or conversations that lead nowhere, you can begin to practice polite but firm responses. At first, this habit may feel challenging. However, as you continue to practice saying no in small ways, it will become easier. With time, it will feel like a natural part of your routine. And each time you say no, you are not just protecting your time. You are reinforcing your commitment to what matters most. 2. Focus on what truly matters. Once you've learned to say no to distractions, the next step is to focus on what truly matters. We live in a world of constant noise, notifications from our phones, emails piling up, conversations that pull our attention away from our goals. It's easy to get lost in this noise, but the Stoics understood the importance of focusing on what's essential. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote speaks to the core Stoic principle that we cannot control the events around us, but we can control our responses to them. Our ability to focus on what truly matters, our actions, our thoughts, and our purpose, is entirely within our control. To live wisely, we must first clarify what matters most. Reflect on your values, your goals, and the impact you want to have on the world. What is your purpose? What are the things that truly enrich your life? Once you identify these things, you can align your actions to support them. This isn't just about big dramatic changes. It's about the small, daily choices that accumulate over time. It's about choosing to spend time with loved ones rather than getting caught up in superficial conversations. It's about dedicating time to work on your goals rather than being distracted by trivial matters. Each day, you are faced with countless decisions that will either move you closer to your dreams or pull you farther away. Focusing on what matters is the key to making the right decisions. One powerful tool to help you stay focused is daily reflection. At the end of each day, ask yourself, did I spend my time wisely? Did I make progress toward my goals? By taking just a few minutes to review your day, you will become more aware of how you use your time and identify areas where you can improve. 3. Take action even when conditions aren't perfect. Finally, one of the most important Stoic lessons when it comes to managing your time is this. Take action even when conditions aren't ideal. In our fast-paced, ever-changing world, it's easy to wait for the perfect moment before making a move. We tell ourselves that we'll start once the timing is right, or once we've gathered all the information we need. But Stoicism teaches us that perfection is an illusion, and the best time to take action is often right now. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You cannot control external events, but you can control how you respond to them. Instead of waiting for the perfect circumstances, focus on what you can do now, no matter how imperfect the situation may be. Taking action can be difficult, especially when the future seems uncertain, but waiting for everything to fall into place before you act will only keep you stuck. Stoicism teaches that action is the key to progress. It's often better to make small, imperfect moves toward your goal than to sit and wait for everything to be perfect. Conclusion: reclaim your time and live with purpose. In a world where distractions are, the principles of Stoicism are not abstract ideas. They are practical tools that can help us make better choices, focus on what matters, and take meaningful action. As you apply these lessons in your own life, you'll begin to see changes in how you use your time. You will feel more aligned with your goals, more present in your relationships, and more confident in your decisions. Remember, time is the one resource we can never get back. So make every moment count. Use the Stoic wisdom shared here to live a life of